live. ABC 7 News starts right now.
It is really unfortunate that the rhetoric that we've heard from the new administration has seeped into our community in the form of fear.
Making plans to protect students and their families tonight, the superintendent of San Francisco Public Schools details the steps being taken in case ICE agents show up on campus. Good evening, I'm Amma Dates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. This comes amid the Trump administration's threats of potential mass deportations.
ABC 7 News reporter Luz Pena sat down with the superintendent to talk about the measures being taken to protect and inform families.
Schools are no longer off limits for federal immigration agents to arrest undocumented immigrants, a shift that has created fear inside the classrooms and outside during pickup times.
All of our families and students are hypersensitive to anyone that they suspect to be law enforcement.
Last week, the Department of Homeland Security revoked a 2011 policy that restricted immigration agents from conducting raids on what they classified as sensitive areas, which include churches and schools. Even before schools became a target, the San Francisco Unified School District began to prepare.
So we actually have provided trainings and information to all of our site leaders over the last several weeks in preparation for this.
We sat down with SFUSD's Superintendent Maria Su. She said San Francisco schools will remain a safe haven for students regardless of immigration status.
So what happens if an ICE agent shows up to an SFUSD school?
All of our site leaders know that if an ICE agent shows up at their school site, they need to immediately call our legal office first and allow our legal office to work directly with the ICE agent to confirm and verify why and what is the intent and purpose for the ICE agents coming to the schools.
SFUSD does not keep track of students' legal status, but under a public data dashboard of the 2023-2024 school year, there were over 12,000 SFUSD students enrolled in English learner classes. Based on the total number of students, the English learner group makes up 25% of SFUSD students. The majority are Latinos and Chinese.
We are very fortunate that we are a sanctuary city where everyone who lives here are protected by the sanctity of those laws.
Despite sanctuary cities being threatened by the Trump administration, SFUSD is joining forces with the city and nonprofits to help families.
We're providing Know Your Rights trainings at many of our school sites. There was one at Monroe, for example, this last weekend. We're encouraging all of our site leaders to have a clear plan.
Sue is hoping their protocol is strong enough when faced with an ICE agent at any of the city schools.
We will do whatever it takes to prevent any such enforcements to come onto our school sites.
In San Francisco, Luz Pena, ABC 7 News.